Hi, welcome back to Ammosmith.com. And today we're going to take another look at the Uberti Smith & Wesson No. 3 Russian. And during our testing and firing and having fun with this thing, we discovered a couple of things. One, it's not actually chambered for 44 Russian. It's actually chambered for 44 Special. Not that that was really interesting. Because I did some measurements, I measured the inside of the chambers, and we're going to look at that here in a second. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And I'm actually convinced that not all of these are chambered for 44 Russian. Some are actual 44 Russian chamberings, but this particular one is chambered for 44 Special. And when I take the cylinder out, I'm going to show it to you. And for those of you who have one of these handguns, you might want to take a look and take a measurement yourself. So I'm going to take the gun apart and we're going to look at the chambers. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy apart, put it on half cock, and we're going to back this takedown screw out just a tad. Not quite far enough. There it goes. All right. So as I was looking at the chamber and cleaning it, I noticed that the cylinder is quite long. And dropping a 44 Magnum in there, I was curious, it's way too long. When I drop a 44 Special in it, it looks just almost exactly right. And so in here, I took the calipers and I measured to where the forcing cone starts in the chamber. And when I did this, I've discovered that it is the exact length of a 44 Special. There are some advantages to this for some of you, and there's some disadvantages, and I'll tell you what they are. The first thing is you don't have to worry about buying 44 Russians. You can use 44 Specials. Just don't use any plus P 44 Special loads because the frame can't handle it. A standard 44 Special load will work just fine. The second thing is, well, that's the advantage. The disadvantage is when it ejects, it doesn't want to eject the cases, so you're going to have to tilt the gun in such a way to where they drop free. So let's change the camera angle here just a little bit, and then we're going to look inside the chamber, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's the cylinder. As we look inside, we can see where it's chambered. And in some of the chambers here, we can see where there's a little bit of carbon buildup from the 44 Russian, especially on this one next to my thumb right here. So let's take a look and see what happens when we drop a 44 Special into it. We can see it lines up perfect. And these are actually too hot. These are designed for my, I loaded these particular rounds for my Ruger in my Smith & Wesson 29. But look at that. I think one of the other advantages is going to be with this is with the 44 Russian case being, if we drop this guy in, so if we go to here and we look at where this lines up versus the 44 Special, and then when we look inside of here, we can see that yes, it's definitely chambered for 44 Special. That's pretty impressive, I think. Now that we know this, we're going to try some light special loads, standard 44 Special loads, that'll work in like a Charter Arms Bulldog. Nothing that's going to exceed 21,000 pounds. And the other advantage I think it will have is on accuracy. With a big jump from the 44 Russian compared to the 44 Special here, I think we can see a marked improvement in accuracy. As accurate as it is, it's a really nice little handgun. Now, one of the other disadvantages is it doesn't want to eject these right here. It'll eject these just fine. And I'm going to show you here in a second why. So I'm going to put the handgun back together, and then we're going to show you what's going on. All right, so let's take a look at this using our calipers here. As you can see with the 44 Special, we have it measured down right to about the rim. So when I pop this into the cylinder here, we can see it. I don't know if you can see that or not. We can see that it comes right up to where the forcing cone is, or not the forcing cone, but where the throat is. Now, some of the advantages to this is, one, you can have more accuracy. Two, you can use over-the-counter 44 Special ammunition like the lead stuff. I haven't shot any jacket out of this. I don't plan to. Remington makes a nice lead swage hollow point that's mild in pressure, and I think it'll shoot a lot more accurately. So let's go ahead and put the handgun back together, and I'll show you how it ejects and doesn't eject with the 44 Russian and 44 Special. Okay, let's put this bad boy back together. Oops. Pull it back a little bit. Close it. Tighten this. Screw down. Load the free spin on this. Anyway, here we go. Probably half cock. All right. 44 Special, 44 Russian. So the ejection. There, reset. Now watch the 44 Russian case fall free. It'll hold it just, so here's where the 44 Special is, right? Now or the 44 Russian rather. And the 44 Special is just a little bit too long. I mean, not so terribly long that it can't. But you're going to have to invert the handgun in order to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change camera angles here. Then I'm going to get 5 of each, because that's what we shoot out of it, because it doesn't have a transfer bar safety. And I'm going to eject them both ways. Okay, let's start with the 44 Russian cases. What we do is pop them in. And then as they come out, one didn't pop out. This happens sometimes with this handgun. If you don't invert it exactly right. There we go. Now let's do the 44 Specials. Sweep these out of the way. So you want to just go right back in because they're too long, which is not a big deal. Just invert it and you're done. I found that inverting it to eject it anyway. It's kind of tricky at the range for safety issues. But if you go like this, and pop it open, you're not going to sweep anybody. You go like this, you're going to sweep yourself. So just be aware of that with these brake tops. So that's what we got for now on the 44 Russian. We're going to be doing some more experiments with it. We're going to take it out with some 44 Specials. Standard light 44 Special loads. And then we're going to shoot 44 Russians to see if there's an accuracy difference. We're going to use the same bullets, projectiles, and see what we get. Thanks for watching.